The most pivotal moment recently was losing my corporate career, right? And even the way that I framed it still says I had some work to do because I I wanted out of corporate in my mind and in my speak for so long, but I wasn't taking the steps to facilitate that in an effective way. So when the opportunity was removed from me, it exposed me and it put me in a very vulnerable place because that had been my identity for years. The company I was with for 13 years, and I had excelled and I had been promoted. So you find yourself walking in the rooms and in the conversations, introducing yourself as your title, right? Because you think that's important. And when I can no longer do that, I was somewhat embarrassed to even have certain conversations with people because what would I tell them that I do that I can point to successful? Now I have no problem telling people I'm a producer, I'm a podcast, I'm these things, but that's the muscle memory that it took. The other piece of why that's such a critical thing is I haven't pursued corporate since it stopped pursuing me. So I've been all in on this. I got six dependents, five children and a wife. I have one daughter in college. My second oldest, another daughter, will be a senior this year. My oldest son will be a junior in high school this year. Then I have a fifth grader and a third grader. Life still has to go on. And not being able to map out how life is going to happen because you're so used to every 2 weeks something happening this way and life being comfortable, like that exposed me, bro. So like even my content took a dip. Maybe not in consistency, but in my confidence in it because I'm like, man, like when you have other income and you have the option, even though it's lying to yourself, to pass this off as a hobby because it's not bringing in the income that sustains you. And if you stop, you're like, no, but my corporate life, I do this. I'm an executive over here. Podcast, I'll get back to that. But when you all in on it and people can see your story, and then the people in your house have to adjust their life because things are gonna be different for a while, that put me in a place, man. Like that really challenged my character. And I had to do some soul searching and some digging to actually number one, trust God because you don't know you don't know what it is to trust God until you got to. It's the cool thing to say, right? Everybody says it. You can I was gonna say something crazy. In whatever place you are in life, whatever industry and you get an award, you jump on the mic, you say, I thank God. No, full well, nothing that you did had anything to do with representing God. Whole nother topic. And again, it's not Bible thumping. But when you're in a position where God, I can't see it. I cannot see how this is gonna work. Man, this has been my biggest, it's too stubborn to fail season. And I'm honestly just now seeing the light poke through the end of the tunnel. Like within the last 30 days. So that's been my moment, man.